This is our rack pull variations. So you're gonna set your bar up with your weight sitting in the rack. Now, for me, my kneecap, if I'm standing, this is about height width my knee or slightly above. So the lower the bar is, the more I have to travel. So the main positions that you'll see, depending on what you have in your program, would be mid-thigh, which would be here. So if I'm doing a mid-thigh pull, I would need to raise these levers up higher so that range of motion is shorter. If I'm doing above the knee, which is the next one, this would be about right for me, but depending on how tall you are, it could be different for you. Below the knee, I would have to make this shorter or stand on top of something, so I am taller. And then mid-shin would obviously be about here, so I would have to get much taller or just bring this down a little lower. This setting itself actually doesn't go down lower, so I would probably elevate myself higher or use a different setup behind me. So once you have your height set up, you're gonna soften your knees. Now, what I tell most people, good setup is that the middle of your feet is right underneath the bar. So for example, if I had my legs right up against the bar, you'll notice that as I bend my knees, I push the bar away from me. I don't wanna experience that, so I'm gonna go about the middle of my feet with the bar. I'm gonna soften my knees, I'm gonna exhale. I'm gonna give myself a little reach as I go, and then I'm gonna inhale as my hips go back. I'm now going to reach the bar. So ideally, the height that you're going should allow you to reach the bar by pushing your hips back. What we don't wanna see is this. Because we ran out of hip space, so we had to fold in the trunk. The other thing we wouldn't wanna see is this. So if you're very back dominant, you might actually, and you'll see it in my back as I stand up, that is all low back. We did not use the hips on that movement, we used our back. So proper demonstration, exhale, head nice and straight, inhale, hips go back, trunk comes forward. I receive the bar here, shoulders back, exhale. I'm standing up, I'm not gonna hyperextend or lock my knees hard. I'm just gonna squeeze my hips, should feel my glutes a little bit. Inhale, hips go back, trunk goes forward. Should start in the same place that I had the bar. I'm gonna do 2 reps for you. And you'll notice I have a nice straight bar path. It's the same bar path up and down on every rep. That's what we want to train. And that is your rack pull.